Bigyan natin ng reaction opinion itong Facebook reel posted by Pinas Update. Ito si Senator Marcoleta sa budget hearing ng Department of Foreign Affairs. Nagsalita, pinahayag niya ang kanyang pangamba, pag-alala, na ngayon na malapit na makancel ang passport ni Saldico at pag mahuli na siya at pabalikin sa Pilipinas, anong kasiguruhan ng kaligtasan niya? Kaya yun ang punto niya na dapat may seguridad, dapat buhay na makakarating para mapatutuhanan niya, mapanumpaan niya yung kanyang mga salaysay. Kasi importante ang mga salaysay ni Saldico. So nangangamba si Senator Marcoleta, baka maging Ninoy Aquino Part 2 itong si Saldico pag makabalik na siya sa ating bansa. Pakinggan natin siya.
Passport of Saldico is cancelled today, and from today until he is transported or deported to the country, nobody will assist him wherever he is now. So the short span, I think, is very important. Upon the cancellation of passport, what are the precautionary measures, or what are the things that the DFA might do in order to protect him while he's being transported to the country? Because even on that particular point in time, his life will be already in danger.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. Certainly a high-risk individual like the former congressman would require assistance. And being a Filipino citizen, the DFA is fully aware that we will have to notify foreign posts to extend as much assistance as they should to any other Filipino national. And the local authorities in that foreign post, even the local authorities here in the Philippines, to guarantee his safe passage until he comes home.
By declaring the safe passage of a person like Saldico is one. But doing something in order that that declaration or that statement will find reality is another. Halimbawa po, the former president of the Philippines was arrested, temporarily confined in a military Villamor Air Base, and he was eventually turned over to the Netherlands, halfway around the planet. If the DFA is concerned about the citizens' right, paano nangyari yun? But that is a question later. I am only trying to cite this one kasi sinasabi natin you can make all the precautionary measures, all the protective measures you can think in the world. Pero, ganun lang. So, pwede bang malaman namin ng may konting detalye ba tayo na mapangahawakan, like, ano po ang ginagawa niyo usually sa ganitong sitwasyon? Ito lang siguro ang sitwasyon na very, very novel. Why? Saldico is not now an ordinary fugitive. He happened to be the key to the unlocking of all these anomalies, the bigger anomalies associated with our flood control projects. This is, I think, the biggest anomaly in the history of our country. So hindi lang po ganun na sasabihin natin, inalis po natin yung, na-cancel na po yung passport pa. Pero, ano po talaga ang gagawin? Bigyan nyo nga kami ng halimbawa kung ano yung mga precautionary measures just to make him, halimbawa, hindi lang yung ordinary diligence or ordinary protections you have in mind, because we need to hear him. Marami siyang sinabi, and I think the Filipino people are waiting na ma-process natin lahat yung kanyang sinabi. Especially the personalities behind his expose. Alam natin, napakaraming taong interesado sa kanya.
Yes.
Yung mga taong binanggit niya. At hindi po pangkaraniwang tao yung mga yon. hindi lamang po administrative na parang ganun lang kasimple. So we can now cancel the passport of Saldico. If you understand, Mr. President.
That's right. Upon cancellation, as mentioned earlier, the DFA is duty-bound to inform the holder of that passport that he no longer carries a valid document. And thereafter, as they would for any other Filipino citizen, they must, to the extent of their office, be able to guarantee safe passage. Tulad nga ng sinabi ninyo, kakaibang testigo at passport holder si Saldico. At kinakailangan yung safe passage nga niya magarantiya. So unang-una, yung mga foreign posts sa kanyang pinanggalingan, kung Portugal man yan o Japan o kung saan man siya, sasabihan natin yung mga Philippine Embassy at konsulado doon. Ganon din yung konsulado doon, kinakailangan timbrehan din yung kapulisan at yung iba pang law enforcement agencies doon sa foreign country na yon. Pagkatapos noon, yung DFA aabisuhan rin sa paglapag dito sa Pilipinas. Yun ang tanging magagawa po nila.
Yun na lang ang tanging magagawa nila, Mr. President. Pero yung mga kalaban, na
Yeah.
perceived na kalaban na binanggit niya sa kanyang expose, magagawa din nila natakutin po yung inyong mga tatawagan.
Yes.
O maaaring susuhulan nila yung mga opisinang pagsasabihin ninyo to protect Saldico at all cost.
Correct.
Tama po ba yung aking iniisip na meron din silang kakayahan?
Maliwanag na higit ang kanilang kakayahan dahil mabibigat ang binitawan niya sa makapangyarihang mga tauhan at opisyal. Siguro ang maaari ring gawin ng DFA ay humingi sa mga foreign governments ng armed escorts or karagdagan na security dahil sila naman ang nandun at may kakayahan. Baka maaari rin siguro, maliban pa sa mga foreign postings natin, yung Philippine Embassy, yung konsulado, humingi na rin ng tulong dun sa mga law enforcement sa ibang dako.
Kaya po ba nilang gawin yun? Mr. President?
Kaya naman nilang gawin yun. Parati naman sila nakikisuyok kapag may gulo, kapag may aberya, kung may problema. At eto nga, yung issue ng fugitive, hindi ito magiging kauna-unahang pagkakataon na nasabihan yung foreign countries po.
Okay. So, napakadelikado po ang kalagayan ni Mr. Saldico ngayon. Tama, agree ako sa sinabi ni Congressman Marcoleta na maraming Pilipino na interesado na makabalik siya ng buhay dito sa Pilipinas para, yun na, mapanumpaan niya na yung mga aligasyon niya para uusad yung hustisya. Paano kung Maninoy Aquino part 2 siya? Anong assurance? Agree ako na walang kasiguruhan. Delikado ang kalagayan ni Saldico dahil may kalaban siyang mabibigat yung mga pinangalanan niya.